Hello everyone, and welcome back to a little bit of Skyrim with me and my character Isruna. Last time we left off at Castle Volkiar, and in this little session I simply follow the coast around for a bit, and I quickly stumble upon this.
Halt! That's privileged information. Now, move along.
Yeah, right. They're obviously having some kind of dirty party down there.
On this day, I go to Sorengard.
So I went to the capital for a little execution, as you can see, and then simply ruled my way across the bay. Then Then I witnessed this fight between a mage and two bandits. And as I stab this guy in the face, he gets a nice shard in the chest and another one. A pretty funny death there. This is Winstat Mine. It's a mod that can get really huge, but I'm not gonna explore it today. But it's you should check it out. It's a real cool mod. I simply walked along the coast and I did a little bit of exploration. I ended up in Dawnstar, and there I had an ID. I simply disabled the HUD to make the game more immersive. So here I'm just basically exploring around, and I get the sound that I discovered something, but you can't see anything since the HUD is disabled. And the only way to see what you've discovered is to go to the minimap. Fighting the mobs is a bit similar. You don't see your health, so you kind of have to be a bit more cautious. But it's still very satisfying to decapitate anyone. Same goes for picking stuff up. You don't know what you're clicking on, and sometimes you're not even sure what you have to pick. The same applies for containers. I don't know if they're empty or not, and it makes your experience a bit more realistic. Here's a nice little bit. If you pick up this soul gem here, the ghost will attack this poor dude. And you don't have to do much of a thing, but I'll give her a hand with a little backstab here. And then, of course, she has to go too. Wow, that's dark. So exploring is really interesting because you just have your map to know where you're going exactly. Look at her jaw. What the fuck? So at first, with that no HUD gameplay, I was a bit afraid to get close to mobs because you can't know what your health is, and so I tried to find ways to stay at a distance with a double staff here. I went to Labyrinthine to get the mask, and then I had an idea that I wanted to start farming and grinding a bit, alchemy, enchanting, and all those skills. So I figured I wanted to get the Black Reach quest with the Crimson Nirnroot, and yeah, here I'm still trying to play very stealthily because I don't want to get in an open confrontation with any of those. So yeah, since there are no crosshair, you just have to get good and sneaky. And since I cheated my way to 100 sneak in the last episode, they really don't see me. In order to get to the Black Reach region, need to start discerning the Transmundane quest. And so I went to see this Septimus guy. I love the quote here.
Here? Well, here as in this plane. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
So once I got access to the Black Reach, I just started it with the first Nern routes, and it's a bit of a pain to locate them all, but you can see they leave a glow and they're usually near the water. But some of them are kind of tricky to get to, like this one here, and that one, but there are plenty more that are kind of hard to access. But I think there are more Crimson Nern routes than you need on the map. I think you need 30, and on this run I think I collected 35 or something like that. Damn it. Well, nobody saw that, I hope. So since I was a bit tired of just shouting wool to go around faster, I just got a horse. And since I got the faster horses mod, it's pretty easy to just go fast where you need to be. But of course my horse was dead in a ditch by the time I got to the middle of the map. So I collected a few dragon souls on the way to the Serathi farm. Yes, I like them. Dragon souls.
Hello, friend. Good to see you. You gathered quite a few of them, I see. I'll search through Sindirian's notes and find some more information about the Crimson Nirnroot and its properties.
So I did a bit more back and forth between the farm and the Black Reach region, and once I got the power, which gives you the 25% chance of making a double potion, I just needed one more thing. Level up my alchemy to be able to get to the perk that allows you to collect twice as much of anything you harvest, and since I have a home with planted mushrooms, it's a very interesting perk to be able to level faster. So of course it was giant hunting there, and a few more dragons along the way, just for good measure. Down, boy, and don't you get up. Come to daddy, the nice little soul of the dragon. So of course I needed to hunt giants for their toes, which make the most powerful potion in the game, the most expensive, the one that yields the most XP, which is giant toe, wheat and creep cluster. And since giants are hard to come by, I also used the 3 mushroom combo to level my alchemy. I plant plenty of those in my garden. Recently I've started to play more with shouts. Let's see this a bit slower. First I thought there were only 2. But look at that, the third one just flies off the screen. Had to see the footage to be able to see the third fly. It goes so fast. Oh, this guy just died from the frost damage. The 2 others, they died instantly.
Who in Dagon's name are you? Speak, or I'll cut you down where you stand.
Whoa, whoa, I just froze your pals to death. Are you really sure you want to do this? Okay, well, I think that's it. I'm gonna bring my character back home, and we'll see you at the next little adventure. I don't know when though, this took a while for me. Anyway, Bye.